Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Bream Fishing Project. This is once again the monthly report, and with me on the line, I have the one and only Brett Geddes. Welcome back to the show, mate.
Oh, thanks, Deethy. This year is marching on. Hey, mate, we're into the seventh month, and wow, where'd that go? We're getting old, man. They just fly by, don't they?
Mate, it is definitely marching on. I feel I can definitely talk about that. But look, we've got a bunch to get through tonight, as usual. We're going to go around the country again with what's going on with the comps, a couple of interesting things happening there, particularly with the ABT and AOY. We've got some new competition news for next year. We're going to talk a little bit about the collective. I've got a couple of products out of AFTA, not all the products because there's heaps of them, but some of them
Mm,
have come
yep.
through. And yeah, so a bunch to get through. What about yourself, mate?
Yeah, look, since we've talked, 4 weeks is a long time in fishing. It's been a significant flood in my area, and it's come and gone, and it's sort of back to normal now. Um, but it did turn my fishing upside down for a week or so, and then um, things I just thought, well, don't let dirty water stuff up your fishing. So I embraced the changes and thought, got to get stuck into it. Got to talk about that a bit. I want to talk a lot about bass. Wow.
Okay, cool.
VBs, Victorian bass.
Victorian bass. Beautiful.
Oh, mate, some real trucks. Fantastic to see them alive and well. Um, yeah, I've got a little bit of comp news, the Twin Rivers thing. I've got stuff that I'm gonna look ahead for. I've got a little let's see what happens. Let's see how we roll.
All right, mate, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. All right, let's roll the intros and get straight into it.
Welcome to the Bream Fishing Project. This is where you need to be every Tuesday to find out all the latest tips and tricks to help you target bream on lures. You'll get to hear from some of Australia's elite bream competition anglers and see how they were able to achieve their results in competitions around the country. Now, here is your host, the 2019 Hobie Kayak Fishing World Champion, Andrew Deeth.
Okay, so what we might do, mate, is we will start with what's going on around the country. So with WATA, mate, they're having a rest this month. So Western Australian Tournament Anglers.
Yep.
The Vic Brim, they are down at Marlow. So Marlow is definitely one of my favourite places, 16th and 17th of August. So if you're travelling down to that, if anyone's going down, there's a couple of shows on Marlow, definitely worth a listen. And a couple of them are quite interesting, particularly the Vic Brim one. Queensland Team Series, they are off to Paradise Point on the 24th of August. Now, once again, I haven't covered the Queensland Team Series, but it is a great series, and we may look to do that again in the future. Got an interesting one. So this is one we haven't spoken about, you and I. So we've
Right.
got in Queensland, so the action fishing tournament started up. So that's the kayak competition. Started in Sydney last year, branched out to Queensland this year. But they've teamed up with the crew from Yak Hunters. So you can actually fish two
Yep.
comps on the one day. And they're fishing out of the Nerang River. So that's on the 16th of August. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
know of
that's
the
pretty
Yak
cool.
Hunters. I know those guys. Yeah, yep, that crew.
Yep. Yak Hunters. I mean, we reviewed a few of theirs in year one, I think. But yeah, definitely an interesting thing. Like I said, you can fish two. It's Nerang River. So I don't Luke Rogan's dominating all the Queensland events at the moment. Absolutely dominating.
Yeah.
But where he normally fishes, it's a paddle from the Nerang River. And
Okay.
especially for action fishing tournaments, which is a little bit shorter competition.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. For the New South Wales kayak anglers, we've got AFT New South Wales, and they're at Rose Bay. So I've never fished a comp out of Rose Bay,
Okay.
and that's down in the mouth of Sydney Harbour. So
Mm.
quite different. We've fished Sydney Harbour a little bit in the past, but not recently, and certainly not out at that end of the harbour.
Yeah,
But
that'll be interesting.
yeah, Obies. They're headed up to Gold Coast. So the 9th and 10th of August, which will be after this comes out, it'll kind of be this weekend coming. First one in a while I'm not going to make it to, but definitely a nice comp up there. Warm weather, middle of the year. How good's that? So anyone
Cleanish
from the
water after rains or what?
I'm not sure where they're at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't heard of big rain up there, but I haven't been paying attention, to be fair.
Yep.
So, and I'll come back to the dates too in just a minute. Something I want to say about that. The Bream Masters South Australia, so they haven't had a comp for a couple of months, but they are on one of my favourite rivers to say, the Onkaparinga River. You can't get more fun than that.
I've been hearing a bit about this in the socials, how it's on fire, fishing well, big bream.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Last
And I
week or
think,
so.
yeah, and they've had some really good comps there. I think their best ones probably were back about maybe 21 that had a really good comp down there. So hopefully this year will be the same, or we'll be definitely having a chat to those guys. Now, the one that I wanted to come back to is the ABT.
Yep.
So they're off to the Tweed River on the 9th and 10th of August. So this weekend coming. But this round is the final round of the year for them before they go into grand finals. I think we've still got the the Victorian Open they've got coming up as well. But at the moment, for Angler of the Year, we've got Mark Healy sitting on 491 points out of 500, and Mark Crompton's on 487. So 4 points separating them. Now, Mark Healy's round, so it's your best 5. He's got 100, 100, 100. So that's 3 wins, 98, 93. Now, Mark Crompton has got 100, 99, 98, 97, and 93.
Yeah,
And he's 4 points behind.
Yeah.
So for Mark to become level, I think, and I think I've got the numbers right. Maybe I'm out by 1, but I'm pretty sure. For him to be level with Mark Healy, so Mark Crompton to be level with Mark Healy, he has to get 4th place or better. And that will put him level.
No pressure.
But no pressure. But by the same token, if Mark Healy gets 8th place, he gets 93. Any higher than 8th place, he gets another point. And Cromo needs another point to beat him. Needs an extra point.
Adds up. Yeah. Yep.
So it's a very, very cool thing. And then there's one last thing. If they end up as a draw, the guy who gets highest in the last round wins.
Oh, that's
Which
nice.
It has to be Cromo.
Yeah,
It has to be Cromo for that to happen.
Yeah,
So
right.
I think
it has to be. Yeah.
So hopefully all my information is 100% correct there. But either way, it's going to be a great round coming up on the weekend. The Tweed River last year was on fire with a lot of fish. What I wanted to say about the dates, it's good for the Hobie comp. Like Morgo's always very good at picking his dates. And the fact that they've got a Hobie comp on the same day in the same area, I think we're going to see fish out of both comps.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. Mark Healy. Oh, gee, that name. He's smashed it down here in Vic as well. Boy, that man knows how to fish.
Yeah, mate. He has been dominant.
Too. Like he's
yeah. No, absolutely dominant. And the good thing is he's been on a bunch of times now. Like I don't know how many times, 7 or 8 times.
Right. Okay.
And really, really interesting stories. Particularly, like you said, the Victorian ones. Where last year when he did Gippsland Lakes and Malakuta,
Thomas Creek. And didn't get a bite till late in the day and smashed it. Pretty crazy stuff, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was very, very good. Yeah, so there you have it. So a little bit coming up in the month. Yeah, it should be a good month.
Good to see. Good to see.
Look, while we're on competitions, we might just jump over to the news of the last little while. We've got Tasmanian Tour next year.
26. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, April 26. We are heading to Tasmania with the guys and girls from ABT. Their qualifying rounds are round 1, the Huon River, April 15 and 16. Round 2, Derwent River, April 18 and 19. And the team's event is at St. Helens on April 22. So I think that's very cool for anyone that wants to get down there as a boater or non-boater. You need to probably jump on that and make some arrangements. Now, also just announced today, and I don't have details of this, but Hobie is going to do at least 2 events in Tasmania during April of the next year. And while I don't know this to be true, but I assume it's going to line up at the back end or the front end of the ABT tour. I would expect that you should be, if you want to do them all, you should be able to do them all in consecutive order.
Beautiful.
So there you go.
Big
Anyone
trip.
else hit Tassie? How good's that? You can fish.
Yeah.
What's that? You're probably 5 competitions.
Yeah, I call Tassie the land of the untouched brim.
Mhm.
Oh boy, there's hardly anyone down there that chases. Well, they do now a bit more, but not compared to the mainland. Yeah,
That's right. And obviously Scotto's down there still braining them. I see his post
Oh.
pop up every now and then.
the
Yeah.
legend. The yeah, he may even be making it back to the main. Or he was from Queensland originally, and just little chats with him here and there. He may be moving back to Victoria. Actually, even in my neck of the woods, he's talking about that. So yeah, more on that later. I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, mate, that's it from all the competition news at the moment. Mate, we've got a new segment.
What are you springing on me here? What's going on?
You don't know, do you?
I've
You-
got what new segment? What?
Mate. Now, you would be of an age of someone that would have watched Hey Hey It's Saturday.
Correct. Loved it.
Loved it. I loved it too. It was one of
Every
those shows that it was just on Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was on, you're going out, you're getting ready to go to the movies or whatever you're doing, and it was on.
2 hours, I reckon.
Yeah, I think like 6:30 to 8:30,
Yeah,
something like that.
Mm.
Anyway, they had a segment called What Cheeses Me Off.
Yeah, I know what.
And mate,
Yep.
there's something that's there's a couple of things that are upsetting me.
Oh, okay.
And
So this is the cheese me off segment.
this is the What Cheeses Me Off. And mate, it's something, and I'm upset about it.
Okay.
I'm upset about baby spinach, mate.
Okay, let's vent. Come on, get it
All
out.
right, so now I don't mind a bit of baby spinach.
Right.
Like, you give me a bit of baby spinach, I eat that. That's pretty cool.
It's good for you.
But mate, it's everywhere. I've had enough.
Oh, okay.
I've had enough. It's on hamburgers. It's
Well,
on what else here? But like,
is it the new kale
it's you can't listen. No,
or
get
worse?
it on your eggs Benedict. You order eggs Benedict. It's got baby spinach that's been sauteed. And I'm eating it. I'm going, what's wrong with this? Something tastes yuck. Baby
it's-
spinach.
It's good for you, Deethy. Come on.
Oh, mate, I've banned it.
You're over it, aren't you?
I'm over it. I'm like, don't put it on.
You need another enhanced sausage day in bread. That's what you
we did have some enhanced sausage sandwiches at work at the start of the week.
Yeah, right.
And by Tuesday, guys, because we had a lot, because we just cooked a lot, and they're like, by Tuesday, it was like, we're not eating any more sausages. But, mate, that, and look, there's one other things, and if it's probably a different kind of lifestyle to what you might live, but if you go to a cafe here at the moment, everything's just got too much fluff. If you just want a bit of avocado on toast, that's all I want.
Okay.
I don't want 2 eggs with it. I don't want
Mm.
spinach. I definitely don't want spinach.
Look,
So-
spinach is, I grow it and I eat it, but rare, not often, but spinach is one of those things that we know it's good for you, but it tastes shit. It just does.
But I don't mind it on its own. I like pick
Yeah.
up a few lettuce leaves and eat them. Great. But if I have a hamburger and it comes out with spinach, I
Yeah.
just want iceberg lettuce on it. I'm sorry.
I get it. No,
Or maybe
I get it.
aroma or something like that. So, mate, that's what cheeses me off. So, mate, the
Okay.
challenge is in your court for next month, mate, to work out what cheeses you off for the month.
Oh, don't get me started.
There'll be a list.
I'll be ready. I'm going to launch.
All right.
I'll save
look-
it for next month.
I think maybe we could have a little bit of listener participation in this. Maybe
Ah,
people could
feedback.
write in and tell us what cheeses them off, and we'll have a bit of a chat about it because I think it's got legs.
I love it how you've just sprung it out of the blue. It's it's a nice little twist. I'm
That's
up for it.
Yeah.
I'm always up for a whinge.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, you wait. Don't
Oh.
prompt me.
I can't wait, mate. If it's not a little bit ridiculous, it's not allowed. It's got to be. It's got to be a little bit over the top.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know I'm a little bit spacko.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good work.
Anyway, so I think that covers, like I said, all around the grounds, a new segment.
Okay. Good
If we
job.
talk about fishing for me for the month, look, honestly, it's been a really tough month. Since the Georges River Hobie in the Georges River itself, it was fishing fantastic at the Hobie. And since then, it just went gradually downhill to the point where last week I went out. I'm like, yep, I'm going to nail the free rig. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do drop
Mm.
shotting. I'm going to do all this. After an hour and a half, I was like, I can't do this anymore. But then I
But is
tried to
that like
catch.
from crap weather, or what's been the catalyst? Has it just
I'm
not
not
been
sure.
happening, or shut down fish? What do you think?
I think they're just shut down. I think time of year, maybe I'm in the wrong location. Like I was fishing upriver. Maybe I
Yep.
needed to be down the bottom. I'm not
Mm.
sure. But I did flip over to traditional like baby vibes and plastics, and I got 2 perch and a whiting,
Oh, two
and that
perch.
was it.
Oh, what size were the perch?
They're just little fellas, maybe
Okay.
30 centimeters.
No, cool. That's
So yeah.
yeah. I like to hear about the EP up there going all right.
Yeah, we don't get. I mean, the big ones up here, but I don't see a lot of them. It's rare to get one over 40 for me,
Yeah. Okay.
but I don't target them either. So,
Yeah. But to do that, you'd have to go way higher in the system.
oh, not really. We get them around the bridges. I've caught them as low as Captain Cook, which is probably
Yeah.
I don't know how close it is, maybe 2 kilometers from the coast.
Yeah.
But up where we fish up around Alfred's Point, it's quite common to get them, just not big ones.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
so I gave the drop shot and the free rig a good run, but to me the fish just weren't on that day, or I couldn't catch them, one of the two.
Yeah, and the confidence thing is if you haven't got your heart in it, you sort of it's not that you talk yourself out of it, but in the end you're trying to will the fish onto the hook and you're not
Yeah.
fishing right. It's you got to have a little bit of confidence in it. And if you're limited with time and all the rest too, you start going into that mode of, oh, geez, I've only got another 2 hours. What am I doing this for? I've just got to get a fix.
I
You
need to
know?
get a fish. And I was also and this plays into it a little bit. I was cold.
Oh yeah.
Not crazy cold, but just uncomfortable.
Yep.
And sometimes that doesn't, equate to a good session if
Yep.
you're not catching them. So,
It messes with your brain.
but yeah, but I'm not giving up. I've got a plastic. I'm not going to name it now, and it's not a plastic that I found. It came out through the collective. And I think I saw a video on it on the free rig, and I'm like, that looks amazing. So I've
Yeah.
ordered some. I was hoping to have them here to show you, but maybe next month.
Okay.
So yeah, but maybe now's a good time to talk about as we move into August and September, but August we're on now. For me locally, it's traditionally been a hard time of year.
Oh yeah.
Where if we go back 20 years, which is, or maybe 25 years when I first started fishing, we just wouldn't catch fish for a month or
Yeah.
two.
Yep.
Now I'd like to believe we got a little bit better over the time, and we've got lots of different techniques, lots of different areas, and mostly we're going to catch fish. But like last week, if it had been a comp, I would have got a donut. So
Yeah. Oh, hey, ditto. Historically, August, I look at my fishing diary and every August is, not good. It's a lot of driving around, searching, looking. Oh, bugger this, I'm going to go catch squid. That's how bad the brim gets. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to see some squid ink on you.
I know I keep talking about it, but I'm sort of hanging in there because I'm still catching fish. The last month has been really interesting. I'll get into that in a minute. But, oh no, August is like nearly put the brim gear away.
Yeah,
But
right.
as you've pointed out, the last 5 or 6 years, I think it's also to do with word of mouth, Deethy, because we're all so interconnected. Every day I'm getting pictures and bit of fish porn from mates that have fished like 10 minutes. Like, Brett, I've just caught this and I've done this and yesterday I did such and such. So we're all more sort of tuned into each other. And I think that helps. The Brim Telegraph. It's like, it's like right now I know that Paynesville and the whole area of Newlands Arm and Duck Arm are all going good. So
Yeah, right.
I know that if I get really desperate here, I can launch and head off that way. But, you talk probably only 10 and 15 years ago, you didn't have that. It wasn't part of you just sort of did your own thing a bit more. So I think that's got a little bit to do with it. But, oh, no, it is tough. I mean, I'm fishing at the moment with thousands of perch and presumably bream under me and around me into side scare. I can't get them. It's really tough. I'm still getting a score, but virtually for the amount of fish I'm casting to, it's septic, really frightful.
Right. So, okay. So when I fished the other day, I had Lowrance active target forward facing. I could see there was fish there. There's plenty of fish there. And I could see them reacting to the lure, but I couldn't catch one.
Hard on the bottom?
Yeah, mostly. Mostly the brim up here at the moment seemed to sit in that bottom, maybe 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters of water, or foot and a half sort of.
Yep. And
So
stacked on top of each other like they.
Yeah, often. And in just in little packs. And
yeah,
I mean, it did drop a couple of fish, which obviously could have been brim. So yeah.
Yeah,
so definitely.
They're super shut down here at the moment. It's really tough going. But hey, like I said to a couple of mates, we've got to embrace the challenge.
That's right.
And let's call it beat them. But we know we're not going to beat them. But, if you can get your score of 10 or 8 or, even 6 fish, the trouble is you get spoiled when you really whack them and you're getting 30 or 40 or 60 fish a time.
Yeah.
And because the Gippy Lakes has been so good in the last 6 to 8 months, you become very desensitized. It's almost been very spoiled.
Right.
But you shouldn't hang your hat on catching a shirtload of fish equaling a good day out. To beat 10 fish, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, to me. Yeah. 10 for me, I go for 10 legals. I know you don't score the same, but if I go 10 legals, I reckon that's been a good day.
Yeah.
But different systems. But look, okay, so what would you say if the fish are shut down like that? What sort of things are you going to try to get those fish to bite?
Oh, that's a great question, because I'm always evolving the techniques. But of late, and probably the last 2 years, if we're talking brim alone, I'd basically say that slowing the lure down to painful retrieves.
Right.
Yeah. It's because they're quite often not on the edges and they're schooled up and they're deep. And once you see them stacked on top of each other 2 and 3 foot deep, you're in for a tough day.
Yeah.
Because, when I've sounded them up and they're still thick, but they're spread across the bottom. And historically, they're the easy gets.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, to get the fish, to answer your question, is I've discovered that I've had to really slow everything down, whether it's blades, which I love, and teabagging and all that, and the plastics. But here's what I have discovered the last probably, say 2 winters, is to drop the lure down, but then wind it up inch or 2 or 3 or 6, maybe a foot sometimes, and then work the lure off the bottom.
Oh.
And now for me, that's been a big turnaround. That's got a lot more results where I was blindly doing what I knew best, and that was to let the blade or plastic hit the bottom. I do a lot of that teabagging, but also long cast and flick on the bottom, flick, slack line on the bottom. But now, a little bit different, and I know it's working wonders for me, and it's probably maybe a little pointer towards doing the comps in this time of year is to get those lures and keep them off the bottom.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. And I've pointed this out to a couple of mates and said, hey, don't let it sit on the bottom. Get it up. And this is where the drop shot rig has come into its own a little.
Yeah.
I've not been good at it, but that amazing brim fisherman, otherwise known as Leon Leong.
Yes.
He's been doing this in my home waters and said, oh, Brett, I got like the other day, he went out into my home waters where I'd only just come off a day of 4 perch and a couple of bass. He went out and got 20 perch and missed a whole heap.
Yeah.
And I thought, what the? And then he told me he was doing the drop shot and an elevated placky. It may have
Yeah.
had the sinker on the bottom,
Yeah.
but the placky was up. And then he started talking about, oh yeah, I missed dozens, so many other fish. And I'm thinking, that wasn't my experience.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I've been fishing off the bottom. I didn't do it that day.
Yeah. Right.
There was a reason for that, because I wanted to fish into the snags more for bass.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'll get onto the bass in a minute because it's been sensational.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, I had a couple of thoughts on that. And part of it with the new stuff out of AFTA, I'll bring one of those products on.
Yeah.
TT have just released smalls. They've got their micro plastics.
Okay.
And for me, this is basically a 1/28 size 6 hook. So a really small hook.
Yep.
And they go into 1.5 grubs and
Mhm.
the goat, and there's a couple others. And for me, sometimes I think these microplastics, I reckon we're going to have a trend here.
Yeah.
Particularly when fishing's tough.
Yep.
Just that tiny little bite-sized piece. Yeah, so hence I got that. And then I've got a couple of the microplastics and some old ones, some little grubs from years ago.
And Z-Mans too, Deethy, just on that subject. I've probably got a dozen packs of 2-inch grubs.
Yep.
That I've caught a lot of perch when they're really shut down and cranky. The smaller I've gone, the more I've caught.
Yeah.
And so I'm right there with you on going. And big fish too. Big fish eat little lures. There's no doubt about that.
And when they're shut down, you've got to try and work out how to trigger that bite. Now, when you were talking about bringing it up off the bottom, I remember having a talk to someone, I don't remember who, about a bass fisherman fishing suspended bass, I think, and basically using the anti-reverse on his reel to wind that lure up and then down and then up and down, using the backwards function on the reel to
Interesting.
control it.
Yeah.
So something different, and definitely worth it. Give you that just that super control and
Yeah.
slow. So,
And let me get into the bass story, because my last fish on a drop shot rig, which we've been experimenting in the collective, and it has been a real challenge. But Leon kept persevering, and he got me keen to have another try just yesterday. And so I thought, well, I was trying to get perch, actually. It wasn't anything to do with bass. The perch were there under me in their hundreds and hundreds. And this is only 2 days ago. And I thought maybe I knew to go little, so I went to a 2-inch grub. And I thought, well, wait, before I do that, I'll just try the drop shot elevated off the bottom. I'll do that by having the sinker on the bottom. But because I had the hook tied on about a foot above, and then went up to a swivel, and I could clip or unclip that onto I could take my usual lure off, and just clip that onto me. And then I dropped that down. I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to persevere, see if this works. It could be a thing.
Yeah.
And it took a little while, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. And then clunk. I said, oh, I got one. This is going to be good. Hope it stays on. It'll be good to. Well, it's fighting pretty hard. It came up, Deethy, a 44 centimeter bass.
Wow.
And I went, yeah, man, this is cool. This is freaking cool. Wow. And it stayed on because it's only a little hook.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, the hook is tied at 90 degrees off the line. So the line comes down and the hook's right on the line. No dropper. No dropper. It's called the drop shot, but no dropper. Well, you can have droppers. You could have 2 if you wanted, whatever.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of it's only a tiny hook and 90 degrees, 2-inch grub. And I'm thinking, I'm going to trick them perch. And a big bass come and whacked it.
And come and ate it. And how'd
Yeah.
you hook the plastic? Did you just nose hook it or did you thread it on?
No, put it on. I thread it on. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Interestingly, the hook, when I tied it on, it was gape facing down, not up.
Okay.
And I left it. I thought, oh, what does it matter? I'm thinking for perch, they got softer parts on the bottom of their jaw. If it hooks them on the bottom, and bream same. But I wasn't expecting the bass, and that
Yeah,
was
wow.
yeah, and of course, Deethy, I'm thinking, done it. Hey.
Yeah. Are you like me? I'm the smartest man alive.
Oh, yep. And then 40 minutes later, I'm reaching for the other rod real quick. And I'm going, this is shitful. This is too slow. What's going? Come on. And then I even went more into the snags, thinking, oh, I might get another bass. And I snagged it up and I had to re-rig. And then I'm thinking, it's cold enough and it's a crappy day and it's windy and I'd already had the umbrella up, rain and
All right.
so it was a little bit not quite the right time and place. But anyway, it's planted the seed. There'll be more of it.
But that's success.
It's
That's
success. Yeah, yeah. So I've sent you the video. When you get a chance, have a look, and
I'll have a look.
I'll put it on the collective.
Well, mate, I
thing
can
too.
share it here if you like.
Do it if you want.
Yep. All right. I'll put it in. We'll
Okay.
cut away to that.
Just next to the snags, lowering down the drop shot, down to a plucky on a bear hook, little 2-inch grub, and this one, nice bass. I done it, mate. Wasn't expecting that today.
No, it's part of it. It's
Oh, yeah.
definitely part of it. All right. Well, that is really interesting. I mean, when we did a mid-session catch up for the collective, and to be fair, this challenge has produced a lot of let's just say failure.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yep. But that's fishing, Deethy. We can't always expect to really conquer all.
All right. So look, as you know, Brett, we've just gone through after last weekend, and there's a lot of great lures that have come out of that, and reels. Oh, mate, I haven't seen one yet, but the Shimano 500 size reel. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about you. Do you like little reels or do you more?
100%. I love little reels. Oh, yeah, because they're in your hands all day long. Everything light is all go for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't seen a 500 size reel for a long time.
What will they retail for, do you know?
I actually don't know. Can't wait to get a hold of those. And look, speaking of after, like some of the Shimano stuff, there's been a great launch out of there. I don't have any of that stuff with me to show you, but yeah, it'll be very cool to see that some of the plastics reborn. The Squidgy bug.
Yeah, the Squidgies have come full circle, haven't they?
Yeah.
Relaunched almost, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, magically, I might be able to just put that up in the corner there.
Good.
But yeah, the Squidgy bug, and there's a new one.
Yeah.
Let's just go back into it. So look, yeah, so the Shimano products with the relaunch of the bug, which is very exciting. That was such a fun lure to use back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, ripping that little curly tail across the top on unweighted and the resin heads that they used to have. And, you know, obviously Starlow's got his version of that at the moment, which probably go in quite nicely.
Yeah.
Or even now, since when those were introduced, we've got such light jig heads available that some of those might be a good solution.
Yeah.
So,
I still rate Squidgies, by the way. I've still got mountains of pack. I reach for them every so often. Just and I've fished with me good buddy Mitch Chapman just recently, and wow, there he's go. They're a standard for him. Yeah. Still. So it's test of time. Great thing.
Yeah, both Shimano and Daiwa have both launched BFS rods and reels this year, which should be pretty cool. And likewise, it'd be good to see some of those in the flesh. So hopefully we can have a quick look at those and flick some light lures on some really nice little BFS gear.
Yeah, it's good to see how that trend's coming around. Yeah,
absolutely. Mate, in other news, crabs have been all the rage, obviously, the soft plastic crabs. I've got the JML crab weights.
Oh, so there is, yes.
Yeah, you would have probably seen these on socials. But basically they've got a weight for your soft plastic crab that you can then attach 2 trebles to, similar, dare I say this, to the cranker crab setup. So
Yep.
basically push that through the plastic, and I don't have the crabs with me, or
Yeah.
not the right crabs anyway. And then attach 2 little trebles on there, and away you go. You've turned the plastic into a crab with 2 trebles on it.
Yeah.
The other cool one that's come out is the Crush City Trickster.
Mm.
Now,
Right.
what they've released, so the crab itself is a soft plastic crab, which, it's a nice crab. I'm sure it'll work just fine.
Yeah.
But they've got a great little jig head coming for this, and they're not in. I went up to see Adam at fishing.com.au, and they don't have those, at least when I went up there to shop.
Mm.
It seems like a little weight that sits in the back, so that crab will sit kind of up and then roll. It's got like a round sort of jig head for it.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
like a tubular jig head is probably a better way to say it.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And this is the first time, oh, they smell. They said, oh, you'd like this, Brett.
Scented.
Oh,
Oh,
mate.
lovely.
Mate, it smells like last week's dinner.
Last week.
Yeah, so,
I love it.
mate, I got to tell you, these are nice. I haven't pulled one out of the packet till right now.
Yeah.
These are nicer out of the packet.
Are
That's
they
a nice,
less they stretchy?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, too right they are. Yeah. Right.
Boing.
Okay. So they'll be
And mate,
durable.
yeah, they're nice, and oh, mate,
Mate.
that's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Might have been tonight's dinner.
Oh, mate. No, I think tonight's dinner probably smelled just a little bit better than that, but yeah. It depends who cooked.
That's true. Damn.
Now, the other thing that I got to chase some big flathead, and I keep getting caught in the buying of lures.
Yeah.
So I picked this one up, and I'm pretty excited about it. So this is a Berkeley Power Nessie 7.
That's a big truck of a. That's
It's
okay.
big,
Yeah,
but
that's big. That's big. And
it's
surface, is it or not?
no, it's a glide bait.
Glide bait. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a glide
So,
bait. So slow sinking, but
right.
it's 28 grams. So in terms of like this
yeah.
size lure, that's not heavy at all. Like you pick up the packet, and I'm going to pull it out because it's pretty exciting.
Two big trebs on it.
One big treble,
Okay.
one big treble.
Oh yeah, and it
got
tucks
the-
up on there. Yes, got it.
It's got I think the cloth or the fiber reinforcing in the joint.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Right.
got this nice little clip
Yes.
to hold the hook. So the hook stays in place. It fits up into the body.
Like
I
it.
don't know whether you can see that.
Yeah.
But then when the fish gets it, it's free.
Yeah.
So you're
to
less
move
likely to
around.
throw the hook. But nice thing about
Yeah.
this, you don't need a big swim bait rod to throw this. Like it's only 28 grams. You're going to throw it pretty easily.
Yeah. Good call.
So-
And different colours, I imagine. There'd be heaps. No.
Yeah, there's a few different colors. I just like this one. To me, it was a little bit like a whiting.
Yeah.
So that sort of color, and yeah, I've got to throw that.
Right.
I've got to take that down the hacking. And well,
Is
it's
it
like-
too early to chase the big flats?
I don't know, to be honest, Brett. I was going to ring ET and see what he had to say because he's a gun on flathead in the
Yeah. Okay.
hacking.
Yep.
But yeah, so there you go. That's my after for the moment. We've got some more things coming, but
Yeah.
they're just not in time for us to have a chat.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But yeah, probably right, like we spoke about just a minute ago, the microplastics. I reckon it's going to be a trend. And look, whether you use the
Oh, yeah.
TTs or Kitech has a great little hook that will go in finesse plastics, a little tungsten hook, as
Yep.
well as Gamakatsu round 29. So a lot of the guys are using round 25s.
Yep.
But around 29 is it's probably about a size 6 hook, but a really finesse hook,
Okay.
which will be perfect for this set of little things, and a bit of super glue.
Yep. Oh
Definitely
yes.
super glue gel.
Love the glue. Got to have the glue every time I rig up. I'm always gluing plastics.
Me too. I used to be against it, but since I picked up the gel's the stuff. That's what makes it good.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm big on that. It just gives you such longevity on the
Yeah.
plastic, and the short takes. You when you get pantsed, you don't get hit again very often at all. So if you can
Yeah.
eliminate the pantsing, Yeah, it's
Nobody likes to get pants. It's never convenient.
well, it depends who's pulling them down.
Fair enough. I just don't know where to go with that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. I think in terms of after, there's been a heap of people that cover that on all sorts of videos, so we're not going to go into great lengths. But
Yeah.
I will, as the products hit my desk, I'll definitely have a bit of a chat on them, and hopefully, as the weather gets a little bit better, this weekend is not looking good, but as the weather gets a bit better,
Yeah.
get out there and catch fish. All right. What about yourself, mate? Now, we touched a little bit on the bass fishing, but mate, you've been getting a couple.
Oh, this has been a real highlight for me. The last near 3 weeks now, we've because of all the rain, Deethy, it's filled up the rivers. Like the Mitchell went into significant flood and is now again uh, risen up a little. The big catchments, like the Latrobe and the Avon, they all filled right up, and particularly the Latrobe was flowing hard and dirty. But they dropped out pretty quick, so it was a real like whoosh up and whoosh down. It was a funny rain event. It wasn't a sustained flooding, is where I'm going with that. And to the point where now the rivers are actually cleaned up quite significantly, where going back in time, they would stay dirty for maybe a month or two.
Right.
And even in Lake Wellington, where the Latrobe tips into, it went straight over the top. It was quite an amazing thing to see. So I went out 4 days after the big floods come through, and Latrobe was up quite high.
Mm.
And out in the lake, I quickly established the fact that there was only a film on top. So it was a real deep salt wedge, only in 3 and 4 foot of water. But the film on top, because you could go through your kayak, and every now and again I'd get snagged up and I'd go do a little U-bolt. And where I'd see I've turned with my kayak, I look behind and there's all clear water, sort of.
Yeah.
I reckon you may have seen this yourself before, where
Yeah.
it's very noticeable. It was so essentially we're casting into dirty water, but it's crystal clear underneath.
Mm.
And I know we've talked about this before, but it was definitely a cover. And the bream fishing was out of control.
Yeah.
Big bream in shallow water in winter is not a real thing here. It just it backs right out around about that May, June, definitely July. July is just forget the lake fishing. They're just not there.
Yeah.
And because they're all hitting the rivers and getting into that deep water pre-spawning mode and all that. Oh no, we got this 2-week period after this flood, and the bream fishing was just phenomenal. It was like 22 bream, I think I got one day, all shallow water sport, unbelievable. But that leads me into the bass. So what happened was the freshwater had pushed the fish down or brought them down, and they do historically spawn the bass in this part of the world in that late July and definitely August. The females you get, they're very big bellied and buried up. And so I went into the mouth of the rivers and just started poking around and still getting good perch, not as many. And all of a sudden, bang, oh, bass. Wow, that's fantastic. And then 3 of us out one day, myself and Havo and my good buddy Rick from Micah, we were out there and we got 10 bass for the day between us.
Mm.
But get this, Rick got 2 PBs in succession, bass, a 51, and then got one better 52.
Right.
Now that's a big VB.
That is a big VB. I never thought about it that way.
It's a
Big Victorian bass.
Come on, Deethy, that's...
Ah.
We're all stoked up. I said, Rick, I'll get the photos, the 51. Phone going on the brag mat, tail and this all set up beautiful. Oh, you'll never see a bream that good. And it was 10 minutes later, he got a 52. And I said, flip me jip, man. What's going... Like in Victoria, Deethy, and it's winter. Come on.
What did he get his fish on?
They were on, I reckon Mum was on a Crush City creeper. Is it the creeper or
Creeper? It's the grub?
Yep. With
Yep.
the little, it's
Little
a
legs on
prawny
it?
filter. Yeah. His other one, I can't, I reckon it's the same lure because he got
Probably
him
the
so
same lure.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
got it.
wouldn't have taken it off. Go on.
No.
I just caught a PB. I'm going to take this lure off.
So it has to be the same lure. You're right.
Very good.
So like, man, wow. And then I'm thinking, how can you get to? I haven't even caught a bass today. So I put my head down and I couldn't get one. But then the last 15 minutes of the day, I get two. Oh, I think they were 43 and 44.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, hang on, I've written it down here. I think in my last 3 trips, I've caught 7, and I'll list them off here though: 44, 45, 38, 40, 48 and a half, 45, 45.5. Today was 45.5 and 48 today. And
Wow.
and Deethy, it's cold. The
Yeah.
water's really chilled down to, I reckon, 6-7 degrees. And these beautiful big bass, and they're just so well built. Like that for their length, they're quite high, but they're real stout, round, beautiful, muscular fish, and they just fight so hard.
Yeah,
It's
right.
you just know you've got one straight away. Like the perch are going a little bit doggo at the moment, cold. They sort of flip flop around a bit and they come up the top and splash. But when you get these bass, it's like clunk on and deep down. Oh, that's a
Oh,
bass. Yeah. So
yeah. And you've got
um,
the heavy line to get them in.
I don't lose many, but I do pull hooks on them. There's no doubt about that. I've never. I don't get bust off. That's true.
And
Yeah.
what are they taking at the moment? Are they liking suspending plastic or?
One on the drop shot with the 2-inch Z-Man, but the rest, I reckon. Oh, one on the Sprat 85 Tomahawk, and the rest, the BG hard on soft.
Oh, look out!
It's
Look out!
back.
We haven't spoken about it for a while.
It's back, man,
It's
because
back.
it's so snag resistant, right into the back of the timber, drifting
Oh,
down, and it's just a coal lunk. And the 2 double hooks, they do they don't get caught up, and I'm not in there de-snagging and stuffing up the structure and the fish
oh,
holding there. So yeah, it's back. I reckon I would have caught out of that. Yeah, I reckon I've got 5 on that. But yesterday I hooked 6 bass
right.
on that and landed 3. So just unlucky, pulled the hooks. And the other day I was with me buddy Havo, and I had a bass right next to the yak that was well into the 50s. So you always lose the bigger one, I know. But the first time I saw it, I took my breath away. The second time I thought, hello, new PB.
Oh,
And Havo's rushing over with the phone ready for the photos, and dropped it near the yak.
oh no!
Bugger.
And what did you say?
Worse than bugger.
Worse than buggy. Oh, dearie me! What's happened?
You could say that. Oh, I was just devastated because it's not the fact of scouting about your biggest fish. I just love to look at them and see them.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know that they're alive and well and bit. And yeah, bragging rights is that too. My PBs is 52, and I've got a few 51s and a lot of 48s and such. But this one, I just knew it was anyway. That's okay.
That's okay.
It'll keep me going. I'll keep going yet.
Yeah.
It'll happen one day.
Absolutely. I was thinking about, you were saying that the brim are up in the shallows with the muddy water on top.
Mm.
I wonder if that's just it's just a safety thing where they go, okay, I can't see anything else from above.
Yep.
So they just feel more secure. Like it'd
Yep.
be
No.
darker, it'd be
Oh,
rather than
it,
being
it
crystal
felt
clear.
like that. It definitely felt like that because it was very shallow water, and there was a mountain of brim around. We were really getting stuck into them, and further to that, when the muddy water on top dissipated and moved through the system, they're gone. Can't
Yeah,
touch
right.
them. Waste of time.
Okay.
And it could be because it's got colder. It could be because winter's. But no, I don't think that's the case this time because to catch them in that July time, we really give up around about June, to be honest, in the shallows. It's time to move on. You can get a smattering of fish, brim, but not. It's there's better things to do is where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is like start of July and a flood and cold water, flowing
Yeah.
cold water, mud. And there they were underneath it in that clean, saltier water. Ah, it was a real buzz. And I was really unlucky that I got Mitch Chapman down. I said, mate, it's time. And when I've
Yep.
told him this before, he's come down and he's whacked him. He's had a really big day. So I've got points there, but this time I missed out. I failed miserably.
Oh, no.
I said, we're going to Marley Point, mate. You wait. I said, just yesterday, me buddy Rick got 8 brim and they're all up 43 to 46.
Wow.
You know, not a lot of fish, but trucks like that and dropped a few. I said, it's time. I can't get you at a better time.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. And it was off like that bloody crab you pulled out of the packet, mate, a week old. It was the next day. What? I think Mitch got 10 to 34 centimetres. I think I ended up with 8, but there was 4 or 5 hours. We just got nothing. I knew we were in trouble, and I just thought, mate, no guiding points for me this time. I think I stuffed it up. He's a kind fella. It was good to catch up. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but Mitchy, sorry about that one, mate. Well, I couldn't have done it any better, mate. But
Yep.
that's fishing.
That is fishing. I was wondering whether, the fish, the other thing, is there a chance that as those water levels rise for that short period of time, do you reckon, is there a chance it's pulling worms out of the banks and giving them different feeding opportunities?
We've talked about this at length, and that's definitely the case because I netted a couple of bream and they had whitebait coughed up in the net.
Yeah, right.
Feeding. It's a really good question you brought up there, Deethy, because it very much so is the case that they were responding to the food chain that was brought alive with the
Yeah.
whether it's the higher water levels flushing stuff off the banks and into, but yeah, there's a lot of movement and there's lots of swirls and the fish, they were clunking the hard bodies. We were mainly fishing hard bodies,
Wow.
suspending pitch 40s and heaps of different hard bodies. And they were just like, it wasn't a tap, miss, tap. They were going clunk on. You know, you love it when they do that, eh?
Oh, such a good thing. With the whitebait, what sort of size and colours and what were they?
Well, the few that I saw were sort of half digested, but they were probably 5 and 6 centimeters long, so substantial whitebait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of matching the hatch, you're a chance there.
And this is why I just stuck to the hard body, suspending. I put a little bit of lead on a few of them, all with double hooks to get through the timber, right hard up on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were definitely matching the hatch in that regard, but they were just smashing that lure, like hardly missing one. And when you'd get that tap, you'd get, or if you missed a hit, like they'd go, oh, I missed him. Oh, wonder if he'll come. Oh, missed him. Well, that was it. Oh, geez, he's got it again. So it was like sustained. When the brim are doing that, you know you're in for a big day.
That's right.
And a big fish day. And that
Yeah,
was
wow.
definitely the case on 2 or 3 occasions. And then in amongst the brim were all those perch as well out in the lake again. So it was a real, I thought, and I reckon I talked to you and said, Deethy, I'm going to be out. It was a collective meeting. I said,
That's right. You said I'm out.
I'm out. There's floods. The waters are up. The Latrobe's barreling down and the Mitchell's gone. And I'm just like going into fetal position. I was really ready for pills, man.
Really? Right. It was bad.
It was bad. I'm going, I need medication.
Oh, mate, that's for sure.
And lo and behold, 4 days later, I said, oh, get with it. Just go out and have a look, for crying out loud. Don't let muddy water beat you. And how many times I know I've said this so much over the years that when you want to liven up an estuary system, whether it doesn't matter where it is, to get the fish really on the go and get that system fired up, all you got to do is add water.
Yeah.
And it is so often the case that floods do some unbelievable things.
Mm.
And it's always of a benefit long-term. Short-term, sometimes you think, like I did, it's going to be buggered up. But then So we had that lake, the bream and the perch, and then the bass were pulled down, or whether they've got that stimulation to have the right salinity levels to come and breed and spawn a little bit earlier. It's normally late August. And I know the fish I've been catching the last 2 days, particularly those females, you'll see them on other videos. I've got one of those bass and I put it belly on to the phone to get the
Nice.
the
I'll
route.
probably put those up
Yeah.
with or without sound. We'll see.
Yeah, well, that's true. I was pretty tame.
Hey,
I was a
Brem.
little bit excited. On a cold winter's day, that's a welcome bass, 48 centimetres. Chubby, beautiful fish. Bit of dorsal fin damage there. Look at the fish. Right on 48. Second one for the day. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say about the floods is I think we're at such an advantage compared to maybe just 20 years ago. Now, if you've got a flood, you go out with your modern sounder. So whether it's just a normal side scan, down scan sort of setup or forward facing,
Yep.
we can find those fish now in the middle of a flood just by
Mhm.
looking. Like you
True.
don't have to go casting trying to hook him. You go, okay, they're there. Whether you can catch them or not's another thing. But you
Yeah.
can locate them and be sure you go, yeah, I reckon they're bream.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's got to the point without a sound. It's the biggest handicap going, and
Mm.
particularly in this scenario. And for years and years, I defied it. I said, "No, I don't need a sounder." And it was just me being belligerent and old school, thinking, "What good are they really?" It's not until you get, you know, and it's not about it's what the sounder tells you. It's how you read your sounder. It's sort of not what it tells you. You've got to interpret it. The more you use a sounder, the
yes.
more you get out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
And a good buddy of mine, Matt White, he was with me out in Lake Wellington, and he had the forward facings, and he said, "Brett, I've got all these snags in this dirty water," which was only that thick in 4 foot. He said, "These are bream, and they're all on the move. They're charging around. I don't know how to target them." And I said, just move the plastic, keep it moving, man. You got to." He said, "Oh." So that was a really interesting thing. And now I couldn't pick that up on my sounder. But he come to grips with the fact that these fish were so active. So we're
that's a
still
great thing.
learning. Oh, I just back up what you're saying. Still learning,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm-
And as
I'm-
it turned out, a lot of those fish were perched too, out in the lake.
yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I
very
must
interesting.
admit, I've been vocal, or I've been reasonably vocal about the forward facing. And since going to the active target 2 and then persisting with it, like I use it every time now. It's so good.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
because you can, like the other day when I didn't catch fish, I'll go, I know they're there.
Mm.
They're probably bream. They could have been blackfish, but they're
Mm.
probably bream.
Would you use it in the shallows as much?
Well, I've been fishing the river, so you've only got the edges.
Yep.
But yeah, you can still see the fish. You can see the movement, and it's a lot of fun when you cast out and you see your lure go down, which is not every time. Like
Mm.
I don't always see my lure,
Yeah,
but
okay.
you do see it go down, and you see the fish react. You see him come up to it. It's such a fun thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
He was Whitey who was spotting these fish and active. He was tailing me up because he was able to target the fish that were so active. Where I was casting into no man's land. So it's he said, "Oh, you got to get on the boat and have a look at this. This is really interesting."
yeah.
And
Okay.
so he was getting probably 6 or 7 to my 1.
Yeah,
So it
wow.
means a lot.
Wow.
Yep.
Actually, you just triggered my memory. I want to talk a little bit, and we haven't spoken about this, a little bit about the American Bass Tour. I've been watching quite a lot of Jacob Wheeler's fishing. So he's an American, like fantastic fisherman. And to be honest, I don't know all about him. Just know
Yep.
he's a great fisherman. I kind of like his videos.
I write his name down. Jacob Wheeler, was
Jacob
it?
Wheeler. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, and he also came out last year and fished the Barra, last year or the year before, and fished the Barra Tour. And did really well. But watching him with forward facing, just unbelievable. He's got it on his trolling mode. He'll scan it around and go, throw it down, see it, skip, and then hit a fish.
With the
So-
Barra, you mean? Or was this overseas?
No, this overseas. This is
Yeah,
the
okay.
bass. This is
Yep.
the bass. And what's cool about it, I guess, as a competition angler, you can kind of appreciate what people go through to fish a comp. And yeah, it's just I find it really interesting watching him. But also at the moment we've got Tommy Wood over there fishing. I think as we record this,
Yep.
They go. What night is it? Thursday night.
Yep.
They're going into a comp starting tomorrow, or maybe now our time.
Okay.
Tommy Wood, Byron T. Hill
Oh,
is
yeah,
over
that's
there.
right.
They're staying together.
Because he lives there in the States.
That's right. So the Aussies on fire, I think, over in the States. I hope one of those guys gets up.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I think they had 145 in the comp.
Okay.
So big comp. That's just a
Yeah.
phenomenal number. So
Oh, yeah, isn't it? And big prize money too, I imagine.
yeah, massive prize money, but big
Yeah.
expenses to go with that. So
True. And you got to have all the gear and all the bling to go
that's
with
right.
it.
That's
Yep.
right. I mean, so, not that I've got a lot to say about the American stuff, but definitely, if you want something to watch, Jacob Wheeler's pretty good. Byron's just started up again. He had a bit of a break from Facebook, and seeing his perspective as another Australian
Mm.
heading over and fishing the comps is very cool. And I did have a chance to speak to him at the Georges River round. He was talking about his boat over there, and he said it's just mint. Like, it is just a perfect
Yeah.
setup. And it's always in fresh water. It's never in salt.
Yeah, right.
So there's no, like, the upkeep on those boats is not the same as what the guys deal with here. So
Yeah. He used to live in Sale right here in the same town as me in this because he was involved with the RAF base because he's a pilot.
that's right.
Yeah. And so then he went over to the States,
Yeah,
to earn the big dollars. So good luck to him. Yeah.
exactly. And buy the fast boat.
Yes.
So, mate, I hear there's been a comp down there. I think it might have been called the Twin Rivers Comp, and you had a bit to do with that.
I don't actually fish it, but I do have a lot of feedback and a lot of chatting as to where I guide a lot of people. They ring through and say, "Oh, where am I going? Do you think the Straits is this and that?" But it's huge. There's
Right.
400 anglers.
Wow.
Yeah, guys like Tony Petty and a lot of the comp anglers, they get heavily involved.
Right.
And so they, this time round, it was only 2 weeks ago, the bait anglers cleaned up.
Did they?
They did. They certainly did. And it probably has a little bit to do with the flooded water as well. So the lure anglers still caught a lot of fish, but not a lot of big fish.
Mm.
But the thing, the comp starts like 6 p.m. on a Friday and it finishes midday on a Sunday. I think it's 11 o'clock actually. So what happens is a lot of the bait anglers, they'll fish all night
Right.
and they'll lock banks. And so Tom's Creek, which you've heard about this through the comps, part of the Hollands Landing area. And one of the anglers there bait fished into the wee hours all night and caught truck bream in that. Well, I think he won the comp out of there.
Right. Wow.
Or was second or whatever. And I think he was using crab or cut crab or something like that. So that was interesting. A lot of other bait anglers did really well. But the interesting thing for me was that there was about 114, I think, junior anglers
Mhm.
that were involved in it. So that's a great thing.
100%.
Because you know yourself, Deethy, you don't see young anglers on the water, because I certainly don't.
Mm.
You very rarely see a tinny with two old fellas like me, old, with kids. It sort of doesn't happen. It's
wow.
rare for me. Even off the bank, I don't really see now and again. But anyway, that was a nice little add on to that comp. But there's a $30,000 first prize.
Huh.
It might be more. It's a boat. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, don't quote me on what it is, but anyway, it's a tinny with an outboard on the. I think it's tiller steer, but anyway, it's 27 or 30 grand all up, pretty flash. And
Mm.
what it is, rather than going to the people or person or team, because it's a team event thing as well as personal, whoever catches the biggest load of bream. No, what it is if you go in the comp, you basically get a raffle ticket,
Wow.
and so you don't have to catch a bream, but you're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
up for the prize. So the prize gets drawn on the day, and you have to be there to claim your prize. And the first ticket to come out, no one, no one claimed the prize. Wasn't there.
No.
Oh, and there was a few cheers and hollers because I think people knew the winner, but he wasn't there.
It
And it was
wasn't
a young,
there?
I think it was a young kid, like 14, and he wasn't there. So
Ouch.
unless you present it, so they had to redraw it. And I think the winner was another kid, a younger fella anyway, that won the prize. So imagine having a win, but you didn't. Oh,
You weren't
Christ.
there? Oh,
So
it's a
painful.
sad day.
So anyway, that was a talking point outside the comp. But the thing was, there was a lot of dirty water around, and just after the floods, and there was a lot of talk about, oh, is it going to be any good? And there was mountains of bream caught. It was really quite good, as per other years. It was as good as any other year. So no, really good to see those comps alive and well, and they catch and release.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so they've moved on to taking the photo and
How
sending
good
in
is
and all
that?
that.
Oh, yeah, so catch, photo, release.
Yeah,
Fantastic,
it
fantastic.
is
You know what
fantastic.
big bream went?
No, I haven't been able to check out. I haven't looked it all up. I normally do. I'm normally always over who won and the sizes so no, I haven't looked that up yet. But next month I will. I'll check it all out.
Mate.
But right across the board, the fishing has been fantastic here in the Gippy Lakes. It just keeps on keeping on.
Yeah, yeah, mate. On the note of junior anglers, with the collective, I had a couple of people talk about a couple of young fellas that might want to be involved in the collective. So
Okay.
I have, and I don't think I've told you this. I created a junior angler subscription base, which is about 50%,
Right.
or just not quite 50%, but thereabouts. It's much cheaper.
Yep.
But it's not public, just because of the age of the guy. So if anyone has a junior angler that wants to be part of it, they'll have to reach out to me, and I can send them the link to that, and
Very
they can
good.
get someone in. And I think under 18,
Yep.
in terms of what a junior is. So definitely something there. And
Yeah.
another thing, and I haven't spoken about this for a while, is the Fly program. So that's the mental health
Yeah.
program.
Yeah. Very important.
Yep, down in the New South Wales, the Southern Highlands or wherever it is down there.
Mm.
Last year and this year, we've donated some money to them through the collective. So for every member, I've donated $1, and there's also been some extra donations throughout the year. But yeah, last year we donated nearly $1,300 just through the collective, and there was some other donations that were kind of through the collective but didn't go through that channel. But yeah, we've definitely put enough to put at least one guy through free of charge, which I think is pretty good. I think maybe next year we definitely get it to 2 or 3, or
Yeah.
maybe 4. So I think that's a great initiative from those guys, and thanks to the collective for being part of that.
Fly program, mental illness is, it's just ever present, just seems to be growing, and just there's the awareness of it. I don't know whether it's more prevalent now or more people are coming forward, but regardless, we need to get on top of it. And this that's fantastic. I've seen I think it was on YouTube. I watched it, and they filmed a get together with the bloke sitting around the campfire and out fishing, and you don't. It's certainly the case that you don't have to catch fish, but they generally do, and
That's right.
it's yeah, good initiative, mate.
I think so.
Fantastic.
I think so. And look, in men, women, it's irrelevant. Everyone's going to
True.
have challenges at some point. And the basis of this program, from what I can understand, is to create and give people the tools to handle those mental challenges before they arrive. So it doesn't mean that somebody has to go down there because they're in a crisis. You
No.
can be perfectly fine and go and be part of that and just build up your mental strength.
Yep.
So definitely something, it's something that I've considered doing myself. I think that'd be kind of cool. And, like I said, everyone has challenges.
And even to contribute, you
Mm,
might not be necessarily the one with the problems. You can, you know, just help people out in general. And I imagine too, there'll be guys that are really good fly fishing that just want to go along and help.
mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think that would certainly be part of it as well. So
Yeah.
great
Very
thing.
cool initiative.
And Deethy, as we wind up, this little thing I want to talk about and share with the project because they're a bit like family to me. But speaking of family, my dear old dad, he's when he was he's 81, and when he was 76, he got diagnosed with cancer, and we were pretty sure he'd beat it, and he did. And so it was tough times back then, but it's come back with a
Mm,
vengeance, and, basically, I won't go into all the details, but he's not gonna make it,
yeah.
and, yeah, so, it's been very hard with the family, and, he's a without him, I wouldn't be where I am and have all these fishing experiences I've got. It's only because of him that I fish as much as I do, and I've got a lot to thank him for, but he's also been a mentor in that regard, but he's also he's a great philosopher. He's a great dreamer, and he's an entertainer. He's a lot of things in one breath, and he's going to leave a huge hole when that does happen. He's quite circumspect about the whole thing. He's sort of said to me, "Son, I've been lucky, 76 years, and first time I ever saw a hospital in all
Mhm.
those years. I've been pretty lucky. I've
Yeah.
caught more trout than 100 men."
Yeah.
He's, yeah, and that is a fact. He used to be a guide down in Tassie, fly fishing guide, and
Right.
he is, to this day, he is probably the best fly fisherman I've seen in action. And I've fished with quite a few good fly anglers, very good. Um, anyway, I wanted to bring that up just to acknowledge it and just to, I'm at the point now I'm celebrating his life. I know he's not gone, and he knows he's gone. It's not far away.
Mm,
It's when I talk to him now, we go back and talk about the good stuff.
mm,
It's he's lived a long and cherished life, and he at this time now he's able to draw upon that and get something out of it. He's in a lot of pain and he's going through a lot of grief, and when you take chemo stuff, there's a lot of side effects, and so anyway, he stopped all treatment. He said, "Enough's enough. It's time to go."
mhm.
And so, yeah, it's a time to reflect, and it every now and again it's hard to sleep when
Yeah.
I know you've lost your dad. It was nearly 1 year ago exactly.
That's right.
So it's going to be a new part of my life with him not in it, and I'm going to find out how I'm going to deal with that. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, share it because
Yeah,
it
mate.
helps me.
It does, mate. I appreciate you sharing that. It's a horrible part of life, but also you've got a little bit of time, which not everyone gets.
Mm.
So this is a positive from a negative. So
And father and son relationships, they're not always good. They
that's
always
right.
come with a bit of grief, and there's a bit of jealousy, or there's a bit of angst, or there's a bit of disappointment, this and that. And so, father and sons, if you think about every father and son
Mm,
they've all got something going on, or some are great mates, but generally speaking, so we've been through ups and downs, but there's been so many ups. I've spent a hell of a lot of time with him out camping and
mm,
all that stuff, and he has shown me and taught me a lot. And he's my genetic heritage, so he's and there's that story too. I think we've talked about this, maybe we haven't, but I was adopted as a young boy, and I didn't actually meet him till I was about 24.
oh, okay.
So yeah, so there's that added twist to the whole story, and it wasn't until I met him that I went, so that's why I think like I do. Right, got it. It was so liberating, and it was. Anyway, I don't want to talk on too much about that. This is the Bream project. I get it,
that's
but
right.
but I've got the family that, yeah. I just wanted to share that with everyone, and there's a different journey ahead.
Absolutely, mate. I appreciate you sharing it. And I wish you well in the future in that regard.
Thanks,
But
mate.
mate, as we kind of wrap up, talk to me about the album behind you.
That is Dire Straits' first album, and I reckon it's 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Sultans of Swing is probably the most well-known song out of it. But Mark Knopfler is a great guitarist. Jimi Hendrix is probably always going to be number one. It doesn't matter how long this world keeps on spinning. I think Jimi Hendrix is, but that bloke Mark Knopfler, that is the lead singer and lead guitarist in that group. Wow, they had about 4, 5, 6 albums maybe. And
Yeah,
Money for Nothing was another
Money for
really
Nothing, mate.
huge hit, But that guy as a guitarist, he's got a very distinctive way of playing guitar. He plays with his thumb and fingers, doesn't have a pick.
Yeah, right.
And he's so good. And he's got the rough, gravelly voice. Great songwriter, but he composes songs and they sort of crescendo and dip, and he just doesn't do a normal. He's a really great musician. So, yeah, Neil Young's my favourite, always will be. But
Dire Straits close second.
oh
Maybe.
yeah, man, yeah,
Mate,
for sure.
I mean, you Money for Nothing, mate. I'm not sure, and maybe there is, but it's certainly one of the great air guitar songs of all time.
Good call, for sure.
So yeah,
Yeah, so that's record of the month. Dire
very good,
Straits' first one. Yeah,
very good. All right, mate.
good
I
stuff.
reckon we're going to round it up and wrap it up there. Thanks for coming on. Let's see what the month of August actually brings. Tough month ahead, I think, but
It is.
we'll see. A lot of good comps coming up, so I can't wait to have a talk to those guys. And yeah, thanks for coming on.
Great yarn again, Deethy. Thanks for that.
All right, I'll talk to you next month.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for listening. Hopefully you were informed, inspired and entertained. If you were able to learn something or just enjoyed listening, please consider subscribing and rate us on your favourite podcasting platform.